Hello YouTube, welcome. In this video we will talk about my worker empire. This will be a little bit tough video for me. We are live on Twitch right now. You can see people say hi to you. Today the stream is a little bit chill mode. Yeah, you can see all the hi YouTubes and some of the people is saying hi mom. Never mind, let's go dive in what we're gonna do in this video. I want to do in two separated parts. The first part will be Balenos Serendia Calpheon and Kamasylvia. And also in the second part, in the second video, you will be able to see like Odrexia, the Rayhan, the Winterland, Likita, there is no worker, no Likita, Valencia, and a Land of the Morning Light. We will talk about them. Why am I picking the nodes? Which worker should be a good option for them? Why I send them, and etc. Overall, if you have any question about how to build your worker empire, how to hire workers and some other things, there is a video and there is a link on top right. Let me just, in here, you can see right now. Click that link, watch that worker video, then come back again because you may have some questions in your mind. Okay, I think we should start right now. So Velia is the first place, the Balenos. We call it Velia. Velia is the capital. In this place, mostly the nodes, they are for alchemy. I mean, we will talk about like alchemy, cooking, and overall processing. The nodes generally serve them. Okay, let's talk about overall Balenos. Let's start from Olvia. Olvia is the first village of Black Desert. In before, this was the first and this was the second village. Overall, the Balenos is the first region in Black Desert like 10 years ago. So in Olvia, there is nothing to think about. Just ignore that place, okay? Because there's almost no proper node. Now, we will talk about Velia. As I said, alchemy, cooking, and also processing. Three main life skills that they will serve. Let's start from the top left corner. Coastal Cliff. What we have in here, Fortune Teller Mushroom and Iron Ore. I do not have worker right now, but if I would have extra worker, I would definitely send it on to the Iron Ore because my setup is mostly served for alchemy heavy. Okay, the first material, the iron ore, all ore types, they generally good for processing, okay, or for some craft materials. I'm gathering all my materials, all my processing materials in this place, timbers, ores, and everything. Whenever I need them, I'm processing them. You can directly sell them on the marketplace, or you can keep them and you can process and sell them on the marketplace. It depends to you, okay? I'll not explain how to process, how to make money from them because it may change, depends to your server. You may play a different server. If I give some examples from my server, it may be different. Maybe in future, it will be overall different. So we will talk about general subjects. If you have a chance, you can send it to this node, okay? Coastal Clay. As I said, they serve for my alchemy. Powder of Darkness, Powder of Flame, and the all ores for processing. Cave, same. Powder of Flame and Powder of Flame and Copper Ore, same, okay? Ancient Stone Chamber, Trace of Nature and Gold Ore. Gold Ore is pretty rare. We can use it in different processing parts, and also this gold ore, I mean, it's a valuable ore. And also Trace of Nature for alchemy, okay? And here, Monk's Branch is the first material for me. It's because it is good for alchemy, and maple timber is the main material from this node. It's for processing. Copper ore, processing, powder of flame, it's for alchemy. Bartley farm. If you're new in the game and if you want to get a contribution point, I suggest you to get these potato nodes. It's because now I have millions of potatoes. I just stopped to get them because you can do some cooking, you know, the materials that you can cook with is a potato. You can process and make dough or make wheat. Sorry, you can make a flour and you can use it in your meals. You can gain extra contribution point from that. When you cook, you can have rich delicacy. When you do alchemy, you can have, where is it? Let me find it, sorry. You can have this one, Mysterious Catalysts, and you can get contribution point. Like in Velia, contribution points of the nodes are not that much high, alright? As I said, potato nodes and all of them. Chicken meat and egg, they're directly one of the main material, raw material for cooking. You will need them. In here, again, you have chicken meat and egg. If you think that you're gonna cook, you will need them. Thousands, hundreds, thousands, millions of them. You can just you can send some worker on them. In here, I'm getting ash sap because as I said, my setup is mostly for alchemy. Right now, cooking is kind of dead, but maybe in future, you can save it. In here, there's the arrow mushroom. It's not important. You can buy it on NPC. Goblin Cave, Spirit's Leaf. It's for alchemy. Ash Timber is the same. Balenos Forest, Spirit's Leaf, and Ash Timber, it's same. There's a Sunrise Herb. It's for also alchemy, but buying Sunrise Herb from Marketplace, it's so easy, and you can buy them if you need an alchemy. Also, if you have an extra worker, you can send them. So overall, we talked about Velia. We done on Velia. Let's talk about this place. Let's talk about Hadel. In the north part, I'm sending on this node for Powder of Flame and the Powder of Darkness for alchemy and the other materials for processing. Alejandro Farm. Again, this is a key material for cooking. This is cooking honey, and this might be the only node, if I'm not wrong, that you can get cooking honey. Maybe they added in some nodes, I can remember, because I'm not doing cooking for over 4 years or something like that, because cooking is kind of dead. And there's also pumpkin. For early game stage, you may need this pumpkin. You can put worker on this one, all right? We are going here, red tree lump and maple timber. Let me check if I actually have worker in free in here. Yeah, I have worker. I can send a worker in here. I'll just invest contribution point on this one. Invest contribution point on this one. There is a worker and I send it in here. Silver azaleas, same, one of the main materials for alchemy, but you can buy them from Marketplace easily or from the NPC. In here, there's an excavation node. This is a trace of nature as alchemy material, and gold ore is for processing and for some crafting. You can send some workers in there. Same here, same situation. For wheat, you can send worker here. For wheat, you can send worker in here. I will say something to you. If you're newbie and if you want to do some AFK processing while you stay actually AFKing, flax is the best way. Send workers on flax if you want to just like in fast way and AFK processing. Send workers on flax for just a little bit, maybe for 1 or maybe 2 months. Send a worker on them and you can level up your processing very fast and while you're AFKing. Because when you try to process these kind of ores, like copper ore or something, the weight of them, they're high. They're 3 times more than flax. When you process them, the material that you processed already high, like they're heavy. But in flax, they are not. So flax is very good way to increase your processing level. Castle ruins, same, maple sap for alchemy, maple timber for processing. Let's check what we have. Serendia Shrine, Monk's Branch, it's for me for alchemy. That's what I'm using in this one. Like there's some ore and the cloud mushroom nodes, not that much important. And iron ore and rough mud crystal. Rough mud crystal, it's not a good thing as a second material. That's why I don't want to put a worker on this one. Like powder of time, you can put worker on this one. If I have, I can put it right now, but I don't think I have. Yeah, I have 3 workers in here. If I would have more worker, I would just put a worker in here. Cloud mushroom again. It's not that much okay, and you don't need that one. Seems like we finished overall Serendia. We talked every nodes and overall what I'm using and for what purpose. Let's talk about Calpheon. Calpheon is very large, very big region. There are so many nodes and mostly they serve for alchemy and processing. Okay, this is the land of timbers. There's so many timber, like are they timber? Yeah, there's so many timber nodes. Okay, we will check. All right, Bree tree ruins, birch timber and birch sap, processing and alchemy. Like in tiger mushroom, you don't need it, you can buy it. Quintil, birch timber, red tree lump, alchemy and processing. Lead ore and powder of time, alchemy and processing. As you can see, all my nodes are for alchemy and processing. Just few of them cooking. And rough red crystal for tin ore. I need tin ore, and tin ore is a little bit, valuable in these days. It's because of tier 10 material. In here, in this farm excavation node, platinum ore, pretty valuable. And also a trace of nature, a valuable resource for alchemy. A platinum ore valuable for tier 10 material. Let's go. In this farm, a Northwait plantation. Oh wait, BDO crashed. Okay, guys, BDO crashed. Okay, never mind. Let's go. No new patch. Okay, we back because game crashed. We were trying to talk about Northern Wheat plantation. In this node, you have barley. This is also wheat, different version. Wheat, and also you have paprika. Paprika and pumpkin. They are vegetables. They are, whenever you just try to find something in the cooking, they are called like vegetables and you can use them as vegetable instead of cabbage. On the other hand, let me check in this place. Oz pass that I'm using for Monk's Branch for alchemy and the cedar for processing. Let me check the other part. It's Keplan Quarry. This place for powder of rifts and the coal for processing. There is also another the same node in here, coal and powder of rifts, but it costs so much contribution points, so I do not want to just put it. I already have hundred thousands of powder of rits and millions of poles, so no need to go for it. Sorry. Emperor mushroom, same. On the other hand, like in here, you have some special seed counting grass crater, but don't send these kind of special nodes, specialities nodes. They're useless. Wait a minute, let's check other nodes. All right, in here, primal giant posts. I send in here for powder of rifts and lead ore, powder of darkness and iron ore, Mary cave, pine timber and pine sap for alchemy and processing. In here, I'm sending to the excavation node for rough opal and trace of nature for alchemy, and emperor mushroom. Not prefer. Tin and powder of earth on this one, definitely a good choice. In here, cedar sap for alchemy and cedar timber. And here there's a silcanic grass, but I do not recommend to send something in there. In here you have spirit leaf and cedar timber. Here you have fear timber and blooded tree nuts. In here you have in Rutamouth station in ore and rough green crystal. And here you have fear timber and a fear sap. I'm sending a worker in here and also sending worker in here for gold and trace of nature. So overall for Calpheon, what I said in the beginning, they are mostly served for alchemy and the processing. So in this part in Kamasylvia, what we will do is, if you're an early game player and if you need Mass of Pure Magic and Trace of Nature, you can send worker in here. But the way from Grana to here, it may cost high contribution point. We will check it in Odraxia. There are better ways to get them, okay? I have no contribution points. I already have very large amount of contribution points stack. I don't need it, okay? For Lupi Tree Forest, for Grana, you can send a worker in here, like for Lupi Tree Sap, and the timber for processing. Lupi Tree Sap, it's a good way to, if I'm not wrong, Spirit Perfume, isn't it? Wait, let me show you. Spirit Perfume. Yes, this one. Yeah, you need Lupi Tree Sap to craft this one. It's for alchemy again. In here, there's excavation node for Trace of Nature. In Hollow Forest, I'm sending it for Nok ore and also Powder of Time. I don't know what people doing with Nok ore. I think they're doing dollar material maybe with this one. I can't remember. I don't know, maybe people may do, what was the name? For Forest Path Wagon material. Yeah. Around here, there's some mushroom nodes here. You can, whenever you just discover these nodes, just ignore them. Okay, they're useless. In southern Kamasylvia, there's Nok ore and powder of rifts. Again, for alchemy, if you have an extra worker, you can send in here. But managing worker in Grana is it's not okay, because when you have extra worker slots from pay to win, you have a chance to 4. If you want to buy something in here, where is it? Lodging. Grana, every house and every one of them, they require high contribution point. As you can see, 5, 5. So buying them, they may not be that much efficient. If you really want to do something in early game phase, just ignore this part. In end game phase, buying these lodgings might be okay. I think this one is the most efficient one, 3. Yeah, this is the most efficient one for 5 contribution point that you can directly purchase it, okay? So you can have extra 4 worker slot. In Old Wisdom 3, I really like this managing the workers in here. It's because they're kind of free. You directly get artisan worker in here. I really like this place. This is a special place. You can directly get artisan papa worker and you can directly send them into different places. Having, you know, I don't want to explain worker details in here. Please watch the video. That's what the situation in here. Overall, what am I doing in Kamasylvia again? In Kamasylvia, to level up your workers, maybe you can send some of them to the strawberry node. I used to do that, but in these days I'm not doing it because you can buy, what's the name? The fruits at Calpheon. And let me find the lady here. Milana Bellucci. This lady is selling directly strawberry. You can buy from there. Yeah, I think for this video, we finished. We checked Balenos Serendia Calpheon and Kamasylvia. In the second video, you will watch the other parts. See you on the next video.